Welcome back, guys. We are here with the finale of the Baba Yaga DLC for Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'm Casual. We are on the chicken-footed hut that ends up being basically a gondola. And we have to reascend the mountain. So I'm just checking out the house, seeing if there's anything hidden in here. I didn't think I found anything, if I'm not mistaken. I thought maybe there's a climbable wall, but I don't think there was. I tried to climb up the outside of the house as well. Nothing there. Let's see if I can climb up the middle. Nothing there. Alright, so let's get this show on the road. And yep, so we're just gonna hit this lever from on the chicken house. And up, and away we go. I believe an achievement pops here, too. Yep. Last ride of the witch house. Activate the ancient lift. And for all you guys who have been following along, for all intents and purposes, this is the end of the DLC. I mean, there's obviously still a witch to take care of, but this is pretty much all of it. So we've probably played about an hour and a half in total on this thing, and I would say at least 20 minutes of the whole thing is the final boss fight. Not terribly difficult to figure out. In fact, it's pretty easy as far as puzzles go. But execution is a little tough, and they throw a lot of enemies at you. So if you guys were hurting to see some shooting in this DLC, don't you worry, it's coming. The other thing too is it's not the recording of the video coming up, just to give you the heads up. There are some pretty significant frame rate dips in this boss fight. I think I said it in one of the earlier videos, it's kind of uncharacteristic of this game. I feel like the game ran smooth as butter for the entire game, really. And then this DLC is just, this thing chugs. A lot is going on the screen, though, in fairness. There's fog effects and bloom lighting and all kinds of stuff like that. So, I mean, I can understand it taking a hit, but it was kind of annoying and a little off-putting, especially when you're trying to fight in the boss fight. So anyway, you're going to ascend here. And I'm sitting here wondering, well, where's the next puzzle coming from? There's got to be something else here. Hopefully something to keep me going. And then I hop across and boom jams. Found a survival cache. But unfortunately, not too much else. So you're going to come down here, cross this little bridge doohickey. And what do we find?
Nadia, come quick.
But Grandpa. So, Grandpa is looking a little worse for the wear. He's probably had better days, if I'm guessing. He's a little jacked up off the pollen. But he's back! Tried to save her. Who's he trying to save?
I'll stay with him, Laura.
I don't know. Probably Grandma, maybe. So we got one more dose of the antidote remaining, so we can go in there and boldly take on the witch without having to worry about any of her crackhead hallucinations. There's a document here. I believe this is an achievement I got here too. Yep, popped an achievement there. Season of the Witch, which was half of the documents in the Wicked Vale, which is bananas because I feel like I searched a lot and I must have just missed a lot. So anyway, here comes our retroactive deer hunter correction skill point. We finished off Brawler and figured Animal Instincts. Rechecked the other ones just to see what else was there. I know that. I can't get the Grenadier, whatever the hell you want to call it, perk because I don't have the grenade launcher. And I was looking at the bow and arrow and some other stuff, but Animal Instincts pissed me off so much from that other video, from the deer hunting video, that I ended up putting the point into deer hunting. So, even though I probably should have put it into the executions, that would have made way more sense, but I think we only need like 8 more skills. And so right here I'm going to upgrade my bow and arrow, I think. I got a new bow in the end of the game last time, which was Grim Whisper. So I think I upgrade it. I believe I'm looking at it. Yeah, there's some upgrades available for it. It's like 1 I can put it in. I think it's the rate of fire, yep. So Grim Whisper isn't good off the bat, but if you put all the upgrades into it, it comes really good, but I just didn't have enough points to put it in there, enough materials. And I think I was looking at what the resources were necessary to actually get the upgrades for that. And it's exotic hides that I don't have enough of. Regular hides are easy to get, but I didn't have enough exotic hides to finish this off. So, anywho, now that we're done with that, we can go inside and fight the witch. And as you can tell, at this point I was wondering if this is where you actually fight her, but then I realized pretty rapidly there's all the ammo in the entire game in this room. So, obviously this is a restock in anticipation of a boss fight. As video games are wont to do. Yep, and I saw that escape. I wanted to make sure there was nothing there. And so here we went. Fall down into the poorly rendered water for some reason. The graphics really didn't catch up to me here. And then we start hallucinating.
Dizzy. No. I need that last antidote.
She's gonna hold on to it. Because she needs that last antidote. Alright. And, well, welcome to the boss arena. Alright, so she's a little dizzy. Hears enemies coming.
This is the last
and figures, let's fix this. Until a grenade comes through, and uh-oh, the entire fight's gonna take place while hallucinating. So, out of the whirlpool comes this floaty thing, which has rope around it, hint hint. And here's Baba Yaga. And she is not happy. She kind of reminds me of the enemies from The Village. If you ever saw that movie, the M. Night Shyamalan movie. Kind of looks like the thing they used to deter everyone, but these guys are pretty lethal. They are deadly accurate with their bows. I ended up having to heal a lot here. But, and because of the hallucination, it kind of makes you aim a little janky. So, we kind of quickly figured this out, though, what the whole caveat of the fight is. I think ammo ended up being a problem later. And apparently accuracy. And there were still some enemies left. But she shoots fire, and obviously that's threatening. So I healed myself, and now we know exactly what we're doing here. So that winch obviously draws her in. Get through that, tie her up, and boom jams. Now she starts to get drawn in. And we... Oh yeah, and that's where you learn that she will cut the rope that she's tied to if you let her hang out. Pretty much the entire boss fight I figured out right here. You just gotta basically deter her from... And because she gets close now... Poof. She ain't liking it too much. Now there's another boom jams over there. It's like the third time I said boom jams in this series. I don't know why that's happening. But I'm realizing I gotta hop across, get the hell out of Dodge. And there's our next spot. So let's grab all the stuff that we need to grab and mosey on over. And we're going to reattach our rope to her. As of right now, the lag wasn't as bad as I recall. I think it gets later, it gets pretty bad. And this is where I realized just keep shooting her. And that's where I realized that the winch to blow her up, nowhere near me. So, where is it? Oh, it's over there. You're stupid. Okay. So, reconnect her. After a first failed attempt. Move over. Start shooting ass. Just stay on target. As per Star Wars. Now she's over it. And boom. Take a hit. So now the water starts filling up in the area. I think things get a little bit dicey here. Like, pretty friggin' dicey here for a second. I get really close to dying.
Come on, Laura, keep it together.
So we're going to climb up out of the river or lake or ocean of shit. And we're going to pick up all the ammo that we need. Of which there is many much ammos. Climb up, and now she's way above us, so obviously we have to ascend to get to Ms. Yaga. Lady Yaga, if you will. And we got more snippers. Lighting me up, too. Like, these guys are... oh, there's pups, too. That's the other thing I realized. Yeah, so you can see, I got pretty badly beaten up here. Okay, I was paranoid for dogs, because they kept running up at me, and they're kind of a huge threat in this, but I think I pretty much cleared everyone out this way. And you're going to keep running up. More anemones. And eventually ammo became an issue in this room. Or not in this room, but in this fight. Because there were a ton of guys she throws at you. Pretty consistently, too. But there's nothing else here. I thought there might have been a document. I thought that was a document, but it's a rug. So I was just checking out that, make sure there's nothing else there. Couldn't get through it. Up we go. In fact, I don't think I screwed up the direction of this fight one time. I think I figured it out every time. This was where it got really hairy. I just went right at him. Took them all out pretty quickly. You got a couple guys shooting you from over there. And they're all fire arrows, which makes it even more pleasant. And totally fair and reasonable. But here she is, and this is the next section of the fight. So draw her in. I think she might have snapped it early on me this one. Maybe not. I can't remember if I had an issue getting her. No, I didn't. There's the third one. Blow it up. Pick up the scrap while we're here, because, you know, why not? And I just checked up here to make sure he couldn't get through this door and ended up getting ammo out of it, which is pretty good. Oh, I thought I did. I didn't pick up the ammo. That's probably why ammo was an issue for me in this. Because I'm dumb. Couldn't get that. Make your ascent. There's ammo. And here we go from across the way here. There she is, and we're like, oh, how do you get across here? I don't know how you would do that. Oh, wait. Nothing up there. But there's a rope. We transfer ropes, and there's an achievement we pop right here. Perform manual wire transfer. And then my execution got screwed up, but then I just stabbed him in the head because that's fun. Pick up all this. And continue our ascent, this time through caves. Alright, so you gotta climb and traverse all this whole area. It's not particularly difficult, obviously. Actually, this whole fight's not really that difficult until the end, and it's just because there's a big wave of guys that come, but... climb up the walls, and then, surprise! Boink! I actually wonder if that's avoidable. Okay, so we got that crank there. Which spawns some crazy moving, floating shenanigans. And there's floating platforms. So, across we go. Well, after we shoot all the enemies. Who, again, are hilariously accurate with their bow and arrow. Make our escape. Pick up the ammunitions. Take out the other enemies. Alright. And we realize that these two raise each other like this, so you gotta move it. pick up all the materials, and again, more enemies closing distance fast. But luckily I was quick on the shotgun draw, so I thumped him pretty good. This one, I realized she burned me pretty good there too. I think I healed myself. Yep. This one, I actually had to figure out where she was. It took me a second. And I was like, oh, where is it? Oh, it's down there. And she cut the rope. So the other winch is down below you to the left. So we realized we got to rip that one open. That's our escape route, even though we got jacked up there. Heal myself again. I have so many healing materials at this point. Like, it's hilarious how little I have to worry about health. You know what? The slowdown wasn't as bad as I remembered it being. I don't know how, but... Yeah, there was. I'm just dumb. Yeah, I believe what I ended up doing was rolling right into the fireball. No. I believe what I ended up doing was shooting her above and then shooting her down below again. I think I drew her in. Yep, there you go. And then I dropped down and busted her up. All right. And this is when we find out the caveat. Nadia is messaging you. So now we found out Baba Yaga is your grandmother. Or is Nadia's grandmother, not your grandmother. And this is where all hell breaks loose.
I'll do what I can, but we have to end this, Nadia.
So we jump across. And then we realize, oh, I did screw up the direction, apparently. One time. You have to basically ride it all the way around, and I rode it part of the way around. And now, the nice thing is, the way the enemies spawn in this area kind of gives you a hint as to where you're supposed to go. And this is where the frame rate took a little bit of a hit. You can see it kind of dipping a little bit here. It's not bad. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was when I was playing it last time. But I should have just switched my shotgun there. Amateur move. Okay. So now we can continue onward. She's throwing fireballs at you the entire time, basically, but as long as you're moving, it's not really a threat. Now you're going to reascend the entire mountain, essentially. Or walkway, rather. And this is where I had a bit of pause, because that's a really long jump. But if I've learned anything in Tomb Raider, it's that long jumps are actually not nearly as long as they appear. Like, for some reason, Lara can launch herself like a superhuman. And you gotta make that jump, and then here's where the next assault of enemies comes from. And we're gonna jump across here. And then comes the next wave of millions of bad guys. And puppies. Yeah, there was a lot of guys here. And I think I was out of ammo at this point. Yep. That's what I realized after. I was like, oh god, pistol shooting. Not great. So now we just switch to the other boomstick. Oh, yeah, I accidentally picked up a thingy along the way. A cup. So I just tossed a cup at the guy and ran away. Because, you know, why not? Yeah, the frame rate slowdown was not nearly as bad. Maybe it was just so much was going on, I was kind of freaked out, but I guess not. Alright, picked up a bunch of ammo. Did not pick up the cup. No reason for the cup this time. And here's our last spot, complete with nearby winch. And fireball-toting bastard. Sink her up. A 1. A 2. I still got her anyway. And Baba Yaga goes down. So yeah, that was the entirety of the boss fight. Baba Yaga has been defeated. As you can see, she's a mere mortal dressed up in crazy old person's clothing. And animal skins and stuff.
No more.
We got her at arrow point, although you have automatic weapons. Why would you want to use your bow and arrow holding someone, you know, from moving anywhere? But here's
it's over now.
Here's his grandma,
have to live like this
Nadia's grandma, in her entire crazy beauty. And here comes Grandpa.
But you died.
And she's human. Look.
They told me you died.
They told me you died.
Will she be all right? I don't know. But it won't be
But yeah,
easy for any
so
of
we've
you.
essentially sort of saved the world
Oh, I know.
from a crazy witch who apparently just needed to see her husband, and she was like, oh, well, good. It was a rough go. I was a little pissed off, but you know what? Got my husband back, so no more creating a weaponized mess of chemicals and stuff. So yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the Baba Yaga Rise of the Tomb Raider DLC. Now, we actually pop one more achievement, just as a nice little pro tip for you. You get Dream Stinger, which is a bow, and it lets you shoot pollen arrows, which makes you, like, create hallucinogenic clouds around enemies, which is pretty friggin' dope. But there's an achievement for defeating the witch, 50 points. Truth behind the myth. And there's a little bonus achievement, which I did on a whim, and I'm very happy I did it. It's right here. If you speak to Nadia, you get an achievement. 5-point achievement, but a fond farewell. So yeah, that is the end of Baba Yaga, the Temple of the Witch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little playthrough. I figured I wanted to revisit it. And if you like what you saw here, obviously give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments in the comments section. Shoot me a like. Let me know what you think. Did you like Rise of the Tomb Raider in general? Do you like this DLC? Will you pay the $10 to play it? Because it's kind of a steep price, but it's I feel like it's totally worth it. But yeah, if you like what you saw here, shoot me a message. And we will see you guys next time on Casual Place. Until then, take it easy.